Zad, would you like to share that with the viewers as well?
No, not yet. It's just, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
But we will be talking about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have got some funny news and we've got some really, really serious news when it comes to those thunderstorms. We are not even over what happened 2 weeks ago in Houston, where there has been a possibility of hit down of a tornado. I have eyewitnessed. This is really eyewitnessed. Trees and electrical, towers knocked down because of these tornadoes. But we have more tornadoes and hurricane class winds at the Dallas and Houston airport. We've got tons of footage to share with you. And Schehzad, I have a video on the show where you can actually see the lightning strike down.
Is that your video?
No, it's not. Oh, thank goodness it's not mine.
Because remember, 2 weeks ago, no, that was
A few months ago.
that was a few months ago.
No, this is actually lightning striking twice.
There's no analogy there.
No. Lightning striking twice. And yeah, so we're going to go through that.
Wow.
And of course, we have some more news from New York. But what do you have, Schehzad?
Actually, speaking of lightning, I believe there was a man who was struck by lightning 9 times in his life.
Wow. I think I've heard of him.
I have to look that up again. But yeah, I believe there was something
I've
ridiculous like that. But he survived to a ripe old age.
Wow.
I also have some news about AI,
Okay.
of course, that we're always going to do. But besides that, want to be sharing something with our peeps. There is a restaurant as well in Mexico that's gone viral because it is the first kind of dhaba to receive a Michelin star. So, hey, well done to you, sir.
That's nice, Schehzad. I was about to say, I've heard it's not really a restaurant. It's just like a shack.
That's it, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
like a stand.
Yeah, that's it. So well done to this fella.
Okay, that, and of course from New York, we have on one side, outside, not too far away from the courthouse where the Trump hush money trial is going on right now, we have Trump protesters, and against them is the one and only Robert De Niro.
No way. What's Bob done now?
Bob?
Bob, that's his nickname.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He gave a speech, but there's a clash between Robert De Niro and the protesters. There are lots of beep words there. So I'm going to, we're going to show you the clash and hopefully you won't hear the beeps.
Well, I wouldn't mess with Robert De Niro. I've seen his movies. Just don't whack me, please. I mean, I won't do anything. I'll be zip all about your mafia operations.
Right. But let's talk about this new face of Robert De Niro that I saw today.
Interesting.
All that and much more on today's live. Of course, all these trending topics that you get to hear about and watch about right here on the Leena Shah Video Show. बहुत स्वागत आपका. Welcome, खुश आमदीद, बखैर आ गए, अहलन व सहलन, मरहबा, या हबीबी, या हयाती, या क़लबी. Yes, thank you for joining us live on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course on our website, The Leena Shah as well. Me, myself, and I is The Leena Shah.
Hi, I'm Schehzad Shah.
Hey, Schehzad.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Very well. Yourself?
Fantastic. What's up with those dimples?
Oh, the dimples. I inherited them.
Oh, I feel the one on this side is deeper than the one on that side. Do you see a difference?
I feel like I've kind of lost weight as well, so I'm kind of reconfiguring myself as I go along.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
It still works.
Are you getting taller as well?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with my height.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course. 6'1". You better be okay.
And how about you?
I'm not growing taller.
No.
But I do every now and then when I put on heels.
Wow. And you guys got to tell us, you guys got to get in touch. What have you been up to? If you are in Houston, then let us know. Send us videos as well online about where you've been. Perhaps we can share them as well. And storms, we're also going to talk about what we're expecting for the next 7 days as well here in Houston, Texas.
Right. And I also want to talk about my T-shirt.
Wow.
And this says, Anti Habibati. That means you are my happiness.
Auntie, so a woman.
Yeah.
You were referring to a woman.
So this shirt I'm wearing today is a special dedication to all my girlfriends, all those women who make my life beautiful.
Wow.
So, of course, number one on the list has to be Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
Hey. Mom is amazing. Mom just downloaded an app.
No way.
And for the
Oh,
first...
this is news.
Yes, this is news. Mom downloaded an app and she got OTP notifications. Wow. And her question is, why do they keep sending me OTP notifications every time? How much are they going to send?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, Mom, they're going to send it every time. It expires in 59 seconds. So now this is what's going on.
And the time required to switch from the app and go to the OTP and ignore that it's already coming in the notifications. It might even copy and paste itself, Mom.
Right. But here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that comes in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've skipped.
From the app to the text messages, there's YouTube, there's Facebook, there's TikTok, there's the news apps. It's like, Mom, I love it that you're keeping yourself entertained on all these apps. It was amazing. It's a different kind of bonding experience. I think especially when you are like kind of, nerd and kind of tech savvier as compared to your parents. And you're walking them around, you do this. So, there are times where you feel kind of like arrogant as well. Like, I know all this.
Yeah. I have one over you now.
But I was getting that feeling, I think, and I was kind of feeling like arrogant about it. My attitude was arrogant about it. And just then I realized that there were times when I didn't know how to put a bite in my mouth. And she taught me how to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Mom, I love you. I'm your tech support girl forever.
Wow.
Whatever you need on your phone, I will do it for you happily.
What do you think our children will be teaching us like that? Suppose we're old and,
The slang.
The slang.
I want my kids to keep me updated on the slang.
I think also AI. I think as it just grows and grows, we'll just be at home stuck with this AI kind of interface. And, our children will be on the phone. Papa, you've got to tap it there. You just can't tap that part of the interface. This is the part you've got to tap.
I hope that day never comes.
Yeah.
I want to be smarter than my kids forever.
Okay, what is our previous generation that taught their previous generation? Possibly driving.
Yes.
In certain parts of the world, of course.
Yes.
How to work a TV for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably they also taught them about ATM machines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, here's the really interesting part. So in the last 3 decades or 2 decades, the kind of technical advancement that has happened, it has drastically transformed our lives. Like it's a whole lifestyle shift. How we do things, how we do banking, how we do healthcare, how we do appointments for a haircut. Like everything has so drastically changed. There's so much to catch up on. And if this keeps on going the way it is, I bet there would be times that I wouldn't know what to do and my kids would teach me that. But I hope that day does not come because I want to be smarter than them, That's only how you maintain dominance and authority.
Yeah.
Or at least pretend you do.
But it's like you said, especially these last 100 years, be it transportation, be it changing of industries, be it IT, be it the internet, now be it AI. Yeah, these 100 years, I think every generation was teaching their previous generation something or the other.
Right.
I think if you look back in history, possibly 1,000 years ago, I don't think too much changed between the year 900 to the year 1000. They were still riding horses, right? They still couldn't fly to another country. They were still lighting up their homes with candles. They didn't get electricity. So I suppose there wasn't much change back then.
I think those changes that did happen from all the historic Netflix series I have watched, and as much as of history I can memorize, I feel the changes at that time did not trickle down to the individual level.
Sorry, did you say tickle or trickle?
Trickle, sorry. Did not trickle down.
I want to tickle the individual. It's just like I prefer saying cuddle rather than huddle. You know, when you're in an office setting. All right, team, come on. Let's have a cuddle. I meant huddle. No, I prefer a cuddle. Let's have a cuddle, guys. Come here.
That drastically changes the work dynamics. Yeah, so it's
Sorry,
like
you
it
were
did.
saying.
Yeah, you're so funny, Shehzad. So it does trickle. It did not in those ages. This I'm thinking out loud. In those ages, it did not like trickle down to the individual level. For example, like let's talk about the printing press, because it's really the technology that is really bringing about these changes.
Yeah.
So for the printing press, the initial use of this technology was for businesses, for governments. And it took a long time for it to trickle down. But when
Yeah.
it did, it made a drastic change.
And this is the mid 1800s we're talking about, I suppose.
When was the printing?
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But right now, the advancement is okay, let's go back like 30 years, right? So there is a new camera out that's going to be used for James Cameron's new movie, right? The only way this new technology, this new camera technology that has come down, trickles down to us is we are going to go and sit in the theater and watch that movie that's shot on that camera. But right now, any new advancement or technology that comes out into the in cameras, it's gonna trickle down to me and you, because we are sitting at home, sitting in our studios, sitting in our office, creating these content, all this videos that were before just created in professional studios. So now I feel the difference that has happened in the last decade or 2 decades really is that the technology that is coming out is trickling down. AI, when ChatGPT was launched, the first thing that they did was not give it to governments like when the Canon was invented or when the printing press came out. The first thing they did was to make it available for people like you and I.
Yeah.
Everyone can just sign up and just start using it. So I think that's a change. Like, I was watching this documentary about GPS, that GPS has been around longer than we think it is.
I see.
And initially, they gave it to the military.
Gotcha. Just like the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like the internet and the GPS and many other inventions. That is like they gave it to the military. The military used it, then the government used it. And then finally, we got GPS, which was supposed... And they had to scramble the GPS, so we couldn't get that kind of accuracy, because they don't want people to get that kind of accuracy as the military had. But then finally they had to do it, and now you are as accurate as like 2 meters.
Well, they had to do it because in the end it was just financially more feasible. It was just financially viable. They didn't do it for public service.
Yes, you're right. But I watched a documentary on it, actually. It's very interesting. So what they did was that they gave it to everybody else, but they had to kind of like, I'm not too sure if scramble is the right word for it. They had to like make sure it's not so accurate for individual people. And they had to make it very accurate for everybody else in military, of course. Now, then there came a time where they had to make it accurate because that was the only way a group of people were going to get the accuracy of it for everybody else.
Gotcha.
And then everyone got used to it. And then everyone's like, oh no. You can't give it to me and then take it away. So,
Bless.
yeah.
I was way off on the printing press, though. It's a 1440 that
Okay.
the very first wooden printing press came about.
Wow. Amazing. King Louis.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember I wasn't there, of course.
I remember. Nice. And I'm like, yeah, right. Okay.
I remember me and King Louis were, kind of hanging out with a bunch of friends, and they brought in the printing press. No, I watched it in Versailles, the series on Netflix. Of
Oh,
course.
I see. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and he was offered printing press. it was terrible that the first time the printing press was used was that someone actually, made sketches of really weird and disgusting, which he found disgusting photos of him, sketches of him, which were really the truth. And it was like kind of like a scandal, and they made like many copies and just spread it all around.
Nice. Did they
You
kill him?
deserved it, King Louis the 14th. Can't be beheading me now.
Has this got something to do with the emperor's new clothes? You know the
Yeah, I remember that story.
tail you have.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh, okay. I think that was in England
Oh,
in the 1800s.
somewhere in Europe. They're all alike. Oh, no, they're not.
So,
But-
yeah, be safe, man, throughout this time, right across Houston and wherever you are right now in the world. And we have more coming up on the news for this storm and what it's going to be looking like.
That's right. Trending topics and the latest updates. What's happening around you right here on the Leena Shah Video Show with the Leena Shah and...
Schehzad Shah.